This evening on ENN Tonight.
A new training center set to open in the next few weeks. We got an inside look at the new facility in Alamance County.
Elon Campus Safety and Police releases its annual security and fire safety report. We have what changed over this past year.
And a new name for an Elon building, how Elon plans to honor the legacy of its first international graduate.
Those stories and more.
ENN Tonight starts now.
The federal government shutdown entered its 6th day this morning. We'll tell you how you may be affected in just a moment. Good evening and thank you for joining us for ENN Tonight. I'm Alice Morrisse.
And I'm Olivia Berger. Our Anjolina Fantaroni is live here in the virtual studio with more on what's affected by the shutdown. Anjolina.
The federal government is in a partial shutdown after lawmakers missed the midnight funding deadline on September 30th. That means thousands of federal workers have been furloughed, suspended under economic conditions. Some national parks are closing and some public services are slowing down. Let's get into what's likely to stay on track within the shutdown. Pell Grants and federal student loans are considered mandatory spending, and these awards should continue to be given out even during this shutdown. The free application for federal student aid, or FAFSA, is expected to stay open and processed. Elon Financial Aid wrote in an email to ENN that the shutdown has not affected any financial aid. FAFSA processing is proceeding normally. Loan payments are due to continue. Federal grants that Elon students receive are still available and will continue. Now let's see what could be delayed or disrupted. While existing grants already awarded tend to continue, new awards, renewals, or pending applications could be paused. You might have difficulty getting help from federal offices. Some colleges may struggle to manage their federal work-study budgets if government support is delayed. According to the New York Times, the shutdown will likely mean long security lines at airports and numerous delayed flights, but visa and passport processing will not immediately be affected. That's all I have for you. Back to you at the desk.
After planning for over 8 years, Alamance Community College's new public safety training center is expected to open officially within the next couple of weeks. ENN's Fiona McAllsiter was able to get on site and take a look at what this new facility looks like.
With a whole new facility to train in, Alamance County public safety officers will be able to blend classes and real-world experiences with hands-on scenarios.
Yeah, it's just going to be nice to have something regional that no one else in this area has, that we can bring law enforcement, firefighters, and EMS folks out here to train and just make them better.
This new facility includes a 14,000 square foot indoor firing range for weapons training and a multi-story training tower for emergency simulations, and other huge aspects that can complete their training process. ACC's Director of Public Services Training, Chris Verdick, says that after only using the Burlington Training Center, he's excited that they'll be able to train all in one place.
So we don't have to travel to a range here or another building to do active assailant training or domestic violence response or those types of things. So we can do everything that we need to do right here.
The funding for this project was partially secured by U.S. Senator Tom Tillis. Verdict says that after starting the construction process in January of 2024, there were no major roadblocks. Fiona McAllsiter, ENN Tonight.
The company that is building Elon's new Healthy U building, Summit, built ACC's new training facility.
The professor at University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, who was placed on administrative leave last week, can go back to the classroom. Professor Dwayne Dixon was suspended last Monday after being linked to groups believed to call for politically motivated violence. But after an internal investigation, UNC announced he can immediately resume his teaching duties. The decision follows pressure from the American Civil Liberties Union, which warned that the universities that Dixon's suspension threatened academic freedom and First Amendment rights.
After a mass shooting in Southport, North Carolina killed 3 people and left 5 injured, North Carolina Governor Josh Stein says he's looking to introduce new gun laws to the state. ENN's Fiona McAllsiter spoke with some professors on campus about how these laws could change state gun regulations.
Across the U.S., 21 states have something called red flag laws. North Carolina isn't among these states, but Governor Stein says it should be. Red flag laws allow the government to temporarily require people to turn in their guns if their mental health may be seen as a threat. Assistant Professor of Political Science Dylan Bono-Lunn says that this isn't the first time these laws have been brought up.
There have been previous efforts for red flag laws in North Carolina. Democratic lawmakers have introduced red flag bills several times over the past few years, but they failed to advance that in a Republican-controlled General Assembly.
And some say red flag laws might put a damper on their Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. Professor of English Rosemary Haskell, who has an interest in writing about gun control, says these laws are a good thing.
If the Second Amendment really means that everybody has the right to carry a weapon, it clearly limits that, which is good, I think, in my opinion. I mean, I try to understand the American obsession with the Second Amendment. I've really tried.
Haskell says that with a mostly Republican legislature, it's unlikely that these red flag laws will get passed. Fiona McAllsiter, ENN Tonight.
The Sandy Hook Promise, a nonprofit that looks to protect children from gun violence, supports laws that are proven to save lives. But the Sandy Hook Promise tries not to use the term red flag because it may stigmatize people who need help.
Elon University released its annual campus safety report last week, showing drops in some crimes, including rape and drug violations. Rape cases fell from 15 in 2013 to 1 report last year. Drug violations dropped nearly 64%, and liquor violations also decreased. But some reports have risen, including cases of dating violence and fondling. The federally required report covers data from 2022 to 2024. No crimes were reported at Elon Law in Greensboro or at the Charlotte campus. Chief of Campus Safety and Police Joseph Lemire says that though there were some drops in certain crimes, this year the department looks at data over a 3-year span.
To see if there's a true pattern or a true effectiveness of any changes in your policies, you're going to want to look at the next 3 years. Does it stay one in single digits, or does it go back up and then maybe just had an anomaly of a stat? So we say 1 year doesn't create a pattern, but 2-3 years you start seeing is it going in a particular direction.
For more on the safety report, visit our website at elonnewsnetwork.com.
At the desk, we have our weather reporter, Mackenzie Cruz, to talk about this evening's forecast. Mackenzie, what can we expect for this evening?
Thanks, Olivia. This evening, we are going to expect cooler temperatures again. In fact, this past weekend, we had an average low of 48 degrees, which is pretty chilly for this time of year. Last year, we had similar highs around the mid-70s and lows around the 50s. But for the first 2 weeks of October, we're looking at lows in the high 40s to the low 50s. So the sun will set at 6:54 tonight, leaving clear skies at around 72 degrees. And by 9 p.m., it'll drop to 65 and stronger winds than we had during the day. And at 11, it'll be 58 with some clouds. I'll be back after the break for your Phoenix 5-day forecast.
Coming up, homecoming, what you need to know about the busy schedule of events.
And new updates on the sprint teams created to help plan the potential merger between Elon and Queen's University of Charlotte.
Once Upon a Time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, jousting, nights, the living mermaids, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
You can take Link Transit to Burlington, Graham, Mebane, Gibsonville, or within Elon. Elon University students and staff can ride Link Transit for free after showing an Elon ID. Blue Route 3 comes by every 90 minutes Monday through Friday with certain hours on Saturdays. And for more information on Link Transit, please call 336-222-5465 or visit the Link Transit website.
There's only one thing that will save somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone, get the emergency responses there on their way.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving. I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hate is loud, but love is the majority.
Mackenzie Cruz has moved to the virtual studio for our Phoenix 5-day forecast. Mackenzie, what can we expect this week?
Thanks, Olivia. We're looking at a warm start to the week, and then rain and cooler temperatures will take us into the weekend. Now for your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Like I mentioned earlier, we'll have a mostly clear night with an average low of 56. The heat will continue tomorrow with a high of 80 and mostly sunny skies. Wednesday, the cloudy skies will bring rain and a high of 45. Thursday and Friday will drop to the mid-60s with a bit of sun coming back, but mostly cloudy skies. And finally, Saturday will be cloudy with a high of 68. Unfortunately for our fall lovers, in typical North Carolina fashion, we won't see consistent low temperatures until November, possibly the last week of October. But that's all for now. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Mackenzie. Hopefully the fall weather will be coming back soon.
In studio with us is the co-chair of the Elon University and Queen's University of Charlotte Sprint Team, Jim Pyatt. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. So, the Elon University and Queen's University of Charlotte merger sprint team has already hosted a few listening sessions so far. Will there be any more? And there will be another one this upcoming alumni weekend, right?
That's correct.
So, for those who aren't familiar with the sprint team, can you tell us a little bit about what you do and what your role is there?
Sure. So the sprint teams are a group of professionals from both Queen's University and Elon, faculty and staff, leaders of each campuses that have come together to work during this time after the intent to merge was signed to really begin thinking about how you actually merge two universities. A lot of decisions, a lot of dynamic factors about how you do that is really on our agenda. And we're organized in, we call them 5 or 6 different sprints. And they range from everything from finance and administration to what I particularly focus on, external affairs and fundraising, alumni engagement, that sort of thing. We've got student life, academics, graduate programs, and campus facilities and athletics as well. So just picture in your mind there are folks from both universities working on those issues and more as we continue to work this work toward the merger.
That's really interesting, and I know it's been a big topic here on campus because there's so many factors to take in. So you guys have been hosting these listening sessions where students can come in and ask their questions and voice their concerns. What questions have you guys been asked the most during these?
Yeah, actually the one question that comes up almost instantly is, what will the university in Queens be called? And that's not determined, that's part of the work that we're doing. And then I think that after that you get questions more about will there be movement between the two campuses, what happens with athletics, and those are typically the big ones. We did hold a listening session during Family Weekend a couple of weeks ago. We had students there along with some parents who were very interested, a number of people from Charlotte, which might not surprise you. And then we've got another one coming up, I think you mentioned this weekend for homecoming.
Right, that's awesome. So during these sessions, you get to hear input from the community. How is you and your team taking in this input from both students and alumni and working towards completing your goals with it?
Yeah, that's a great question. There's actually, if I may, there's a couple other components to it. So during these listening sessions, we do take notes. We take note of all the questions and reflections and ideas that people have, because those surface too. But I would also note that on our merger website, which has been revealed to folks, there's a feedback button on that website. And there we've also received questions and feedback and ideas for collaboration. We assess all those as well. And then one last component I would say is our sprint team, those folks that I described earlier, are now fanning out across the two universities, Queens and Elon, to talk to leaders across campus. Think deans of our academic units, center directors, people who are in leadership roles, to talk about what are some of their ideas for collaboration and what are they excited about around this merger.
Well, this all is very exciting stuff, and we're really interested to see how this will change and grow with the coming months. Thank you so much for sitting down with us. We really appreciate it.
My
Back
pleasure.
to you at the desk, Liv.
Alamance County Sheriff's Office arrested 2 suspects from a shooting at a party that happened in Green Level, where 5 people were injured. And for context, Green Level is around a 20-minute drive from Elon. After making these arrests, the Sheriff's Office held a press conference to break down the situation. What we know about one of the suspects is that 20-year-old Cedric Lamont Watson Jr. is being charged with 18 counts, including 3 counts of assault with a deadly weapon with the intent to kill and 2 counts of possession of a weapon of mass destruction. Watson's bail has been set at $2 million, and he is still in jail. The other person arrested is 19-year-old Javia Parker. She's been charged with 1 count of felony accessory after the assault with a deadly weapon with the intent to kill. Parker's bail was set at $50,000, but she was released after posting bond. Alamance County Sheriff Terry Johnson says that Watson has a criminal record from before the shooting, and all Johnson wants is for the Green Level community to feel safe.
It really burns me up, you know? It happens everywhere else. Yes, we don't. Not yet. But what really makes against me is the guy that we have in jail. He's got a record. He ain't that long. He shouldn't even be out.
Johnson says that they're still looking for more people who were involved in the shooting, and anyone with information is asked to call 911 or Alamance's County Crime Stoppers at 336-229-7100.
Elon University's Global Commons is now going by a new name, Sato Commons. The building has been renamed to honor Elon's very first international graduate student, Toshio Sato. Sato left her home country of Japan to attend Elon College in 1914 when the university was just 25 years old. During her time at Elon, she was elected the president of the Young Women's Christian Association, secretary of the senior class, and graduated as class valedictorian. After graduating from Elon, Sato returned to Japan to teach and later served as a translator for the United States Army and Air Force after World War II.
There was an announcement the week that she got here about her arrival, and then literally a week later, she is singing at a mission group event. So she was, from the very beginning, super involved. She seemed very happy to be here and made lifelong friendships along the way. So
Elon will celebrate the dedication at 2 p.m. on October 10th in Sato Commons.
This weekend, Elon University is preparing for its annual homecoming celebrations. Campus organizations are hosting a variety of events that many are looking forward to. Among these is the football game against Villanova at Rhodes Stadium on Saturday with kickoff at 2 p.m. The Plain White Tees will also be performing on Friday evening starting at 7:30 at this weekend's Rock the Block event. This event will be hosted on Young Commons and Haggard Avenue. Tours and open houses will also be hosted for alumni throughout the weekend, including campus tours on Friday and Saturday, and an all-alumni tailgate on Saturday at the Schar Center. Junior Jackson Choma is especially excited to hang out with his alumni friends this weekend.
Freshman year, I grew a big bond with the senior class, and so I'm just really excited to have them come back and see them again once they've settled into their adult life.
For anyone interested in homecoming events, you can find the full schedule on the alumni event calendar on Elon University's website.
Coming up, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we have how one Elon employee is using her battle with breast cancer to help others.
And a reggae takeover in downtown Burlington, how one legendary group brought the Elon community together after the break.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way. My kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
You can take Link Transit to Burlington, Graham, Mebane, Gibsonville, or within Elon. Elon University students and staff can ride Link Transit for free after showing an Elon ID. Blue Route 3 comes by every 90 minutes Monday through Friday with certain hours on Saturdays. And for more information on Link Transit, please call 336-222-5465 or visit the Link Transit website.
Even more than I wanted a gold medal, I wanted a heart of gold, like the mentors who were my balance beams refusing to let me down, and the coaches who spoke out to anything out of bounds, heroes who never stood on podiums, but stood up for me. Every shot I made, give the assist to those who since my youth were referees, ready to blow the whistle and end abuse.
Once Upon a Time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, jousting nights, the living mermaids, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
Kudos, Carl. You've always had a need for speed. Racing anything with wheels, speed reading novels in record time, yelling out 3, 2, 1 at every traffic light. But this time, you've taken your power obsession to the next level. By purchasing this electric vehicle, you've given yourself instant torque that blows your old launch times away, which will keep you saying, "Woo-wee" every time you punch the pedal. Good for your adrenaline, great for the planet. That's the power of EV.
She's a familiar face at McEwen Dining Hall, but behind her daily routine is a story that inspires. ENN's Anjolina Fantaroni has the story of Sandra Greason, known as Miss Sandra, who is now 4 years cancer-free.
Every morning, Sandra clocks in at McEwen Dining Hall, ready for another day on the job.
Have a nice day. Hello. Have a nice day.
She's been working at Elon for 18 years. But 4 years ago, she was diagnosed with breast cancer.
Well, at first it was a shock because nobody in my family has ever had breast cancer. So I was the first one, actually.
Starting chemotherapy in 2021, she still worked at McEwen every morning.
It gave me a drive. I didn't want to sit home and just mope about myself having cancer. I wanted to be strong and show others what it was like to be strong. When you have cancer, it's not just something you sit back. You can be strong and move on forward with it.
Her best friend, Jennifer Boggs, also works at McEwen. Last year, she surprised Sandra with balloons to celebrate 3 years cancer-free. Jennifer didn't want to be interviewed on camera, but she says Sandra is the strongest person she knows.
She's just like somebody that I look up to in the way that she approached having cancer. She never let it get her down.
Sandra has also been asked to speak at Elon's Relay for Life again after speaking for the first time last year.
If I can save one person from preventing breast cancer, it's worth it.
Sandra says one thing saved her from losing her breasts.
I had my yearly mammogram, and that's when they found it, so it's important to have a mammogram.
She wants to remind people that not only women get breast cancer, but men can too, and they need to be aware. Anjolina Fantaroni, ENN Tonight.
Congratulations!
According to the National Breast Cancer Awareness Foundation, 1 in 8 women in the United States will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime.
Reggae music filled downtown Burlington on Friday night as the Wailers took the stage. Our Charlotte Pfabe has more on what Burlington residents are calling their biggest night yet.
A night of rhythm, roots, and nostalgia.
Shout out to Burlington, baby!
Burlington came together all for one reason. The Wailers were in town. For many in the area, the show came as a surprise.
I know, it's crazy. I was not expecting, I was like, is this real? I thought it was a scam.
The band was scheduled to perform in Greensboro, but a last-minute venue change moved the show to just 10 minutes away from Elon's campus. Raleigh-based reggae group Crucial Fire opened the show. Lead singer Ralph DeJour says he enjoys introducing new places to reggae.
So nice to have reggae in the era that's not known for having reggae here. So hopefully this will be the catalyst for more music of a Caribbean scent to come here.
From the classics to the Wailers' new album, Evolution, audience members danced throughout the night. The Wailers rose to fame alongside Bob Marley, and decades later, they're still sharing his message with the world.
Peace, love, and unity.
I'm happy that we have persons who are continuing that legacy. So I look forward to sharing my music with everybody in the world, like Bob Marley.
The concert may have only lasted a few hours, but for many, the spirit of reggae lives far beyond the final note. Charlotte Pfabe, ENN Tonight.
Charlotte also sat down for an exclusive interview with band leader and son of Ashton family man Barrett, Ashton Barrett Jr. You can find the whole interview along with more on the Wailers' stop in Burlington on our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
Up next, how Elon is celebrating International Education Week.
You can take Link Transit to Burlington, Graham, Mebane, Gibsonville, or within Elon. Elon University students and staff can ride Link Transit for free after showing an Elon ID. Blue Route 3 comes by every 90 minutes Monday through Friday with certain hours on Saturdays. And for more information on Link Transit, please call 336-222-5465 or visit the Link Transit website.
In 4 days. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children. She didn't know what to do.
Did you have a good day at school?
She gave them some broth. Without any bread.
There you go.
And kissed them all soundly.
Night night.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Once Upon a Time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, jousting nights, the living mermaids, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
I've always been told I gotta be strong. Thick skin, tough as nails. But to be everything for everybody, it wears on you. Black don't crack, they say. But it can. We all can. Reach out to a friend if you see them going through it. No matter who you are, being vulnerable is what makes us whole. Learn how to help at seizetheawkward.org.
This week until October 11th, Elon is celebrating International Education Week. There will be several events to highlight connections between global education, well-being, and community. On Tuesday at 1 p.m. in the Medallion Plaza, there will be a beginner's African dance class. Stop by the Global Commons at 6:15 for a global neighborhood dinner. Have lunch at Lakeside on Wednesday to practice speaking the languages you're learning and learn how to cook traditional dishes from different cultures in the Carlton Kitchen at 3:30 p.m. If you enjoy tea from 2:30 to 4 on Thursday, you can learn more about Japanese tea in the McBride Gathering Space. And at 7 p.m., sit back and relax while listening to a world champion taiko drummer from Japan play in Whitney Auditorium.
Well, that's all the news we have for you this evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Head over to our website, elonnewsnetwork.com, for stories, sports, and more.
And make sure to follow us on social media at Elon News Network.
Have a great night, Elon.